Yesterday, the 2nd of November 2025, the Central Committee, the highest organ of the party, met to discuss pertinent party matters, and a number of decisions were made, which I will outline shortly. But before I do that, let me pay tribute to a lot of our leaders, gallant leaders who are languishing in prisons dotted around the country. Some are in Mongo, some are in Mwembeshi, some are in Chimbokaila, and different other prisons. That's also the Kabwe prison at Mukobeko. It is so painful, actually, that the position that I hold belongs to our own gallant soldier who is incarcerated today, failed to be given any bail despite the applications, several applications which have been made, and this is none other than Honorable Nixon Chilangwa. I just want to say, be strong. Power is not wrestled in prisons. Those who are out there are going to use the ballot to be able to fight for the freedom that you deserve. Our hearts are with them in spirit, and we just want to assure them that freedom is on the way. We shall not relent in fighting for their freedoms, and freedom is coming, and it will come very soon. In Zambia today, dissenting views from the opposition or civil society has led to many people getting arrested for simple cases such as hate speech, the case for which the Secretary General, Honorable Raphael Manganina Kachinda, and just criticizing the Republican president is simply becoming a crime. This should never be the case in a democratic country like Zambia. In a true democracy, citizens should have the freedom of assembly, the freedom to choose their own leaders, not where leaders are just chosen on behalf of the people. And apart from that, the state shouldn't be the one to choose the leaders for the opposition. True governance requires that you allow democracy to flow. The way we are going to give you the steps that we are taking to ensure that our party allows everyone to participate. The party remains intact. Despite many people who have tried to destabilize the Patriotic Front, the structures remain intact. If I leave this place, I go to Mongo today, all the structures are intact. If I leave this place, I go to Vubwi today, all the structures are intact. The blood of any party runs in the structures. So for that, it gives us a lot of hope as Patriotic Front. And allow me, as press, to just appreciate our strong men, women, our youth out there who have resolved that they remain patriotic, and they will ensure that come 2026, the UPND is voted out of power. Our members, I would want to ask you to remain united, because if we get divided, we are all going to fall. We are all depending on you, and we know that soon and very soon all shall be well. Our members out there in mass must take advantage of the registration of voters. Despite other areas, like my constituency, where NRCs, every time the people go to their offices, they are being told that they do not have materials to laminate. You should continue fighting, and us as your members of parliament, we are not going to relent. We are still going to offer our checks and balances and ensure that each and every citizen who is eligible to vote be given what is required, especially the NRC. Now, allow me, press, to come to the main resolutions of the Central Committee that was held yesterday, the 2nd of November. There are two things that were resolved, and I know every one of you are anxious to know what is it that was discussed yesterday and what is it that the opposition, the strongest opposition, is offering. Number one, the party has resolved unanimously to hold the General Conference this month of November to elect the president and the new leadership of the party. So, my appeal is to all those who have so much interest to be president of the party, as long as they are in good standing with the party, they are free to apply. We have decided to reopen so that we allow others, because others failed to do it, maybe they didn't have the resources. As Secretariat, we have decided to allow. The male applicants will have to pay $200,000. The female applicants is $100,000. The youths, $100,000. People with disabilities, $100,000. We have opened up to make sure that everyone participates. The people who already applied and paid, their expression of interest is valid. And from now, as I make this announcement, it is open that those who are interested should join in the race. After that, guidelines will be given on how this window is only opening for 7 days from today. After that, we are going to close. We are going to give guidance to all the applicants on how they are going to go about. They are free to go and interact with the structures, because those make part of the college of the delegates that are going to be at our conference. We would want to make sure that each one of them should be free to interact with the structures. These are the two major issues: to know that the Patriotic Front is a democratic party. It has allowed others to participate, and we have opened up the gates. And all I can say, as area member of parliament for the people of Lundazi, and standing in as Deputy Secretary General, standing in for the Secretary General of the party, I would just want to wish everyone well and to say everyone is welcome. Thank you so much, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Chairman of the party, acting Deputy Secretary General, thank you so much for the information to you, the media. Based on what has been said, the party is going to the General Conference this November, and applications have been open for 7 days, according to the information that has been submitted. So if there are any questions in relation to what she has just submitted, you are free to ask or forever be silent. Yes, please. You can introduce yourself, which media you are coming from, and your name.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I didn't quite get the date when this conference is going to take place. Just shed more light.
Thank you so much. We have indicated that our general conference is going to take place within November. For some reason, we do not want to tell you that we're going to hold the general conference today because we do not want disturbances. But before 30th of November, before the month end, we are going to have a flag bearer. Thank you.
So the general conference is November, notwithstanding the date, but as long as you're aware that the general conference will be in November, just open your eyes, you'll be seeing activities, and you'll know when we'll have the general conference in terms of the date. Yes, sir.
All right, my name is Thomas. I'm from Mwale from Sun FM Radio and TV. My question is bordering on the fact that as far as the PF is concerned, we still have issues before the courts of law. According to the resolution that you made as a party, by the end of this month, you are hopeful that you want to have a leader through the convention that you want to have. Is there a guarantee of some sort that the issues will be amicably resolved as at the close of this month to ensure that you have a leader whom you want to choose? Then lastly, my other question, not too long ago we saw a statement that was issued by Mr. Emmanuel Mwamba with regards to discouraging individuals that were seen campaigning for the position of presidency. With the ultimatum that has been given, does this also give them confidence to again get back on the ground and continue campaigning for the position of presidency? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I'll be able to handle the second question. While the first question, I think the chairperson had already alluded to it when he was making the introductory remarks. On the second part, everything that is done is supposed to be done systematic and in a particular way. What we have done, we do not want a particular individual to have an advantage over the others. That is why we have set as Central Committee to allow for new applications so that within the next 1 week when we close, we'll open for everyone to go out there and be able to meet the structures. So what Emmanuel said, he may have been right in that he didn't want any other person to have an added advantage. So for that one, let's hold the fire. I know as an aspiring candidate, I've been an aspiring candidate before, like you are always seeing today, the ruling party is behaving as if they are the ones who are in opposition. They have already gone into all our constituencies campaigning. They are behaving as if they know that their time is up. Thank you so much. I allow the chairperson to answer the first
one. To add to what the Secretary General just said about the campaigns that took place prematurely. You know, politicians are very difficult people to gag. You know, our friends paid in money, and it's almost a year since they paid the money, and we can't hold them. They lost patience. But we did caution them that we need a level playing field, and they did adhere, and they did adhere to the caution, and that's why you don't see any more campaigns now. But from today henceforth, I think it will be open for everybody. Whoever pays is free to go and meet the structure, as long as you adhere to the campaign guidelines that I'll be announcing soon or later. And as for the matter that is in court, I think you heard the Minister of Information when he held a press conference that nothing stops the opposition from organizing themselves. As far as we are concerned, there is no injunction stopping us from organizing our party and our party leadership. Yes, there's a contention in court, but we are organizing our party as per the Constitution states that any political party must organize itself, hold elections for the party structures and leadership that they have. So this is what we are doing. There is no injunction stopping us from organizing our party as Patriotic Front.
And in any case, the Patriotic Front is the biggest opposition with more than 50 members of parliament. How do you gag such an opposition? How do you tell them to stop organizing themselves? That is fallacy. We are just supposed to be real. We are in parliament, and we, as opposition, proudly so. So you cannot gag a reality. We are not aspiring, but we are a party which has even got members of parliament in the House who are representing you, who form part of the government. How do you stop such a big political party? I mean, it is just being unreal if at all there will be anyone who will go and stand and say that we are stopping these people from having a general conference. As far as we are concerned, there is no court issue. And we are going ahead, we are moving, and soon we are going to announce to you who will be the Patriotic Front president come 2026, so that the voters should start preparing themselves. Thank you.
After all, you, the media, are the ones who have been telling us, Mukasala is our president. So who is our president?
Today, Sarah Nomba.
So be happy that now we have a president, and then we'll go and campaign. That's basically the issue. I'll take your last question if there are any last questions, so that we close. We allow our chair and the Secretary General.
I'm blessed, thank you.
Blessed.
Amen.
I'm identified as that. Not so long ago, the Patriotic Front had announced that you will not go into campaigns or choosing of a leader until ECL is put to rest. What has changed now? And then number two, most of the times when we have situations like this, where individuals tend to vie for a position, the party tends to split into different groups. Are we seeing such a thing happening in the PF if some of those that will be aspiring will not be picked? Is the party going to be divided?
Thank you so much. Let me answer the other one, whilst the chair will be able to pick it up from the other end. I would want to inform you, press, and the people out there, that losing a parent like Edgar Chagwa at a critical time like this is very painful to us, and not having him interred up to this time is even worse. What I just want to tell you is that failure of leadership can be seen by the current, UPND. They have failed to bury the president because it is their duty. It is not the duty of the opposition to bury a former Republican president. It is their duty. And I'm now urging them to see how they can engage the family so that we can come and lay our father to rest. It's everyone's wish. It's a Patriotic Front's wish. Even the acting president, he has always said that. That is our wish, us as Patriotic Front, is to see our leader interred. But what we have seen is that this is not going to be used as an scapegoat for us to fail to mobilize ourselves. Edgar Chagwa died fighting. He died whilst putting this party in order. We are not going to allow his legacy to also go down. We are not going to bury ECL. We are not going to bury Michael Chilufya-Sata. We are not going to bury all the other leaders who fought for Patriotic Front to be where it is, just because it has become now, why are you doing this? Because your leader is not yet interred. Whose duty is it? Can I do it as Brenda Nyirenda to go and bury ECL? That is a former head of state. Give him the respect. Go to the family, meet the family, choose leaders who can go and stand in for you if you have issues. In any case, if there was something that the leadership had wronged itself, this is the time you go kneel down and say, I'm sorry. Where is the leadership like Mwanawasa had, where he could be able to go and kneel and say, Michael, I'm now going to send you for treatment. You were on my neck, but because of the country, he has to be buried in a dignified way because he saved this nation. He deserves it. That is his entitlement. What we are saying, there is nothing wrong with someone going down on the knees as a leader and saying, I'm so sorry for anything that I could have done. The family can be injured, because how would you feel if your father was not given money to be treated and then there's money to bury that individual? There is pain in that family. There is need to engage them at a mature manner. If they have failed, they should come and find out from such leaders as ourselves. They should engage. Even given Lovinda, there's a leader, acting president, and we are there as Central Committee. We can stand in the gap and be able to help them so that we can resolve this. He left a party, he left the leadership. Have they called on them? Have they ever asked them to say, what is it that we can do with this impasse that we have at the moment? I don't want to say a lot of things, but may its soul of ECL rest in eternal peace, and we can't wait for us to bury our leader. If it will take an election for him to be brought back, we'll do that. But our wish is if we can bury him as soon as yesterday. Thank you so much.
You see, in any competition, there are winners and losers. I'll give an example. When the late Anderson Mazoka died, may he so rest in peace, UPND was almost splitting apart. You heard what was, you media aware what was said. Maybe some of you 25 years ago were not here, but us who were there will tell you, UPND was almost splitting because they wanted to choose a leader. There were statements, no, a leader should come from this region. I mean, the others were saying, no, it's us to take the mantle. But for us as PF, we have told all our aspiring candidates for the position of the party president, you are not going to be elected because you come from a certain region, no. And we are not picking a leader basing on tribe, region, no. We are going to pick a leader that is going to carry the mantle of Michael Chilufya-Sata and ECL. We need a national character, not a regional character, not tribe. Yes, there could be others who are going to be aggrieved. Well, we wish them the best. But I should just urge them today, gentlemen, be patient. If you lose, you lose. In democracy, there are winners and losers. Thank you.
Yes, and maybe in addition, from the Office of the Secretary General, apart from just giving them a form where they will apply, we also want them to give a pledge to say once they are left out, they are going to support the person who is going to be elected. I may have a preferred candidate. He may have a preferred candidate. At the end of the day, our duty is to give an alternative leadership to the Zambian people. Hence, when you choose to get into the race, you should expect that maybe it will be bumpy and you may not get it. What should bring you into the race is the desire to save the people of Zambia who are sleeping in darkness. It's the desire to help the people of Zambia whose copper is going without being taxed. The issue that should be in the heart of that leader who is coming to take up the leadership of the Patriotic Front is to see that the roads are done. That is the idea. So when you come with a heart of it should be me and not this one, those are the leaders who go and start fighting an elected person. Once someone has been elected, it is ceasefire. We are all going to rally behind that individual. Thank you so much.
Thank you, members of the press. Kabebe, President Atingalanta, Fiat, me, I'm not attending it in even yesterday I would have buried. So, Vice President which I'm not attending, someone must represent him. We have come to the end of our briefing. I'll allow our Chair and the Secretary General, thank you so much for the message. We really appreciate it.